Today I'm gonna talk about the worst roommates I ever had. Now, I have only had like 3 sets of roommates. So like this place in which I currently live, it's great. Like I have 3 roommates. One of them is my boyfriend. I like him, obviously. And then 2 of my boyfriend's friends. They're great. All 4 of us are just like really quiet nerds. So stay in our respective areas and watch TV quietly. Perfect. However, the place that I lived before this was not nearly as nice. Basically, 2 years ago, I moved from my hometown to this current city to go to school. And since I was, 20, I didn't have any money. So I had to move into a place that wasn't technically student housing, but they rented by the room. So I had 1 room in an apartment of 4 bedrooms, and I was randomly assigned 3 roommates. God, my legs. Ow. Sitting cross-legged is a young man's game. In the 2 years that I lived there, 5 other people cycled through all the bedrooms. One of them was a girl who was studying to become a personal trainer, and she had that personal trainer energy at all hours of the day and the night. Very nice, just definitely acted like your mom's friend. It's been like a week since we talked. How are you? I made cookies out of protein powder. If you want some, they're just over there. She was very sweet. Roommate 1, 5 out of 5 stars. Roommate 2 is such an enigma to me. We had, I think, 2 or 3 conversations in the year that we both lived there. I think she was an engineering student, and sometimes she cooked things when I was around. She had a boyfriend, I think? That's all I got. Roommate 2, 5 out of 5 stars. Roommate 3 was a transfer student from somewhere in China. She was very sweet. Offered me her, Chinese snacks all the time. That was cool. Had some boxed lemonade that, I still sometimes think about. But she had so much stuff. It was her room and the communal closet and our entire living room and half the kitchen. And that was just overwhelming to the senses. Roommate 3, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, roommate 4 and 5, I'm gonna have to group together because they were friends. They moved in together after the other 3 roommates moved out. They were such a bane on every part of my life, my home, my self-esteem. They cleaned once every 2 months. Not deep cleaning, any cleaning. If they used a bowl in the beginning of March, it would not be clean until May. And I didn't want to do dishes that aren't mine because then that sets the precedent that I'm just doing your dishes. So our apartment was fucking nasty all the time. When I was living there, my school and work schedule was kind of insane. I had classes from 9 to 5 and then I worked 5 to 9. Did homework 9 to midnight and then slept 5 hours. I'm surprised I survived that. But so I would go grocery shopping once a month. I'd buy a shitload of frozen stuff and then just eat that. And then that would take up most of the freezer, which I understand is annoying. But instead of I don't know, talking to me about it, they left passive aggressive notes on the freezer. Other people use this freezer. Please clear some of your stuff out. Next day, I would go there and realize that they had just thrown away half of my food. That's not okay. Yo, I barely have money to eat, and you threw away my food to fit in your ice cream? Ugh, I really hope one of them sees this and tries to fight me. That would be such a good story. I might die. Roommate 4 was 6'2", but if I live, it'd be a great clickbait video. Almost murdered by old roommate. Real life single white female. Aside from housework though, I was 22 and I was just here to live and keep my things and sleep. They were both, I believe, 19 when they moved in. It was their first time being away from their parents' house or a dorm, and so they were here to fucking rage. The first 2 weeks after they moved in, they threw a party every single night. Ragers with 15 people until 4 in the morning. And half the time, one of their rowdy friends would knock on my door at 1, being can we use your board games? Do you have towels? Do you want any jungle juice? No, fuck off, I'm asleep. They would smoke weed on our balcony. They would drool in the living room. All of the remnants of the party would just be there until 2 months later when they finally cleaned. And to say something positive, they did try to include me. They were we want to be friends, let's hang out. And I was kind of okay. I've been out of the house literally for 12 hours today. I kind of just want to go to bed, which was kind of rude. I admit that. But then their response to that was so much worse. They decided that since I was kind of minding my own business and doing my own thing, that meant that I hated them. I would be home, they would know I was home, they'd be in the living room, talking loudly, complaining about how she's such a fucking bitch. All she does is sit in her fucking room, we invited her out here, why the fuck doesn't she want to hang out? Oh my god, why are you taking this so personally? So literally, there's this feud now, after 2 weeks of them living there, and my lease isn't up for 9 more months, and I was just oh god. It was a really shitty year, I'm not gonna lie. They were both from Texas, so they used that as a reason to keep the apartment at 80 degrees all the time. One of them had a boyfriend who would come over every night. Not a big deal, except for the fact that they would watch TV 2 feet from my bedroom at maximum volume until 4 in the morning. And if they forgot to turn off the TV before they actually went to bed, the Netflix opening sound would just loop every 45 minutes at top volume and scare the shit out of me. One time, they got home at 4 in the morning, proceeded to turn on every light, TV to max, cooked an entire meal and ate it, didn't go to bed until like 7 a.m. I actually went to make coffee while they were still awake. Which I don't give a shit, but pipe the fuck down. And okay, a lot of this kept going on because I didn't really have the balls to tell them any of my complaints. I was just really hoping that they'd stop, and then they didn't. So that's on me. Y'all caught me slipping. I know this. I did get my one little piece of revenge though. Our apartment complex provided us with free Wi-Fi, but you had to buy the router yourself. I bought one with the first set of roommates, but thing 4 and 5 did not know that. So when I moved out, I kind of just took the router, didn't tell anyone I was moving, just kind of left. So the next day after I'd moved, wherever you put the router, it's not working. Can you bring it into the living room? Oh yeah, I actually moved out and the router's mine, so you'll just need to get a new one. That's interesting. Sorry? Cause why would the apartment give us free Wi-Fi but no way to access the Wi-Fi? I don't know. They just don't. I bought it with the people who lived here before you. It's mine. Okay, whatever. And then I removed her from my Facebook, and my life has been very chill since then. Really, really, I'm hoping that this hoe went to the leasing office and was like, the bitch who moved out stole our router. And for the person working there to be like, what are you talking about? We don't supply you the router. Ah, God, I hope that happened. I don't even need it in this apartment. My boyfriend had one when I moved in. Haha!